So I just found out that the 100% of the people that subscribe to this channel are male. So yeah, here you go. Let me show you some other stuff. So the majority of all of us are just young people. At max we have 54 years old, no grandpa it seems, no children, so it's good to go. And let's see, 26% from 26% from United States, India, United Kingdom, Iran, Brazil, Germany, Canada, Pakistan, Mexico, Greece. Yeah, thank you for being here. We are just 101,122. Thanks for having us. And another trimmer, there you go, the wait is over. It's just here, gentlemen, the trimmer that we were looking for. It's just insane design. You remember the problem that we had with Babyliss, that this black part here between the dynamic blade and the static blade just get worn out and it just moves unbalanced? They just fix it, and fix it perfectly. As you can see, I think it's visible, nothing between the blades. So what happened? Let's talk about that. It's amazing. I was waiting for it for a long time. So now we have it. It's a very interesting design. There's nothing to convince us to ignore this. This is just a perfect mechanism. Let's talk about this. So as always, we go through all the evolution that we have. We'll talk about the VGR V-137, this Kong, then this one. This is very very good one to talk about. This is just, yeah, we'll talk about this too. So first we will start with the Babyliss, and we will end up with this too. This is insane. I was waiting for it for a long time. So let's go for it. So what problem we had with Babyliss? Oh, the screws just too messed up, dude. The problem we had with Babyliss was this black part here. This one right here. So let me clean it a little bit to make it clear. So here you go. So the top and the bottom of this part gets eaten by here and here. So after 6 months, you see you just align the blade perfectly. You just take everything apart to just clean it and just align the blade. And when you work with it again, you're just like, oh, it hurts your customers, and the blade moves unbalanced. Okay, just, you get it? So this is a problem that we had with Babyliss. So sometimes you repair it, sometimes we change this part and the cam follower. So this was the problem, the main problem that we had with Babyliss. The cut was perfect, everything about it was good. Majority of the barbers just love the Babyliss trimmer. It's good, it's really good. So the problem we had was this part and the unbalanced movement of the blade after 6 months, 9 months, even you just if you're good in the maintenance, maybe after 1 year. Okay, so this was the major problem. So the way Val dealt with it was they just used the exact same mechanism, but they were like, okay, we'll use a higher quality material instead of what we have on Babyliss, so we'll deal with it in this way. So it works perfectly. After 2 years, 3 years, it's much more rare in compared to Babyliss that we have this part on wall that got damaged. So it's pretty high quality. It gets worn out when time passes, but it's high quality that they reduce the problem that we had with Babyliss a lot. Just it's just a very high quality and tough material that we have on Vol. So Vol deal with it in this way. They just the exact same design. You have a spring on top of the dynamic blade, as exactly you see here. We have the pin drive or the cam follower here. So it's the exact same design, but the way Vol deal with it was like, okay, exact same design but higher quality material. So not exciting that much. It's just good. They were like, okay, design it, we will keep going with this design, but we'll just use a higher quality material. So that's about the Babyliss. So then all the Chinese brands just use the exact same thing. There's something between the dynamic blade and the static blade, exactly like Vol and Babyliss, that force the dynamic blade to move in a perfect straight line, but when time passes it just gets worn out and the blade moves unbalanced. Okay, so we had this problem with on clippers. We had this problem with Vol after 9 months, 1 year, just the blades on clippers just moves unbalanced. On trimmers we have this problem again. So the perfect solution was this that I talked about. It was the VGR V-137. It's an insane design. So instead of the cam follower that you have on Vol, as you can see here, that force the dynamic blade to move in a perfect straight line, you have a that gets just worn out after 1 year. You have a metal part here which is pretty smooth, so it won't damage the cam follower and it will run forever, just forever. I have customers and they're just barbers that use this for 2 years, 3 years with no problem. The only problem that happens to VGR V-137 is this: you need to modify this slide a little bit every year. So there's no major problem with this clipper. So the problem that we had on that the barber said in the reviews was the blade gets just hot so fast. So now just I use this Zirconia dynamic blade on it and I just fix the problem in that way. So there's nothing special that you can do about it. You can just use a ceramic blade or Zirconia blade on this clipper that you can just go with it and it just works perfectly. Even with this blade there's less pressure on this mechanism and it will just run much longer. Okay, so they fixing the most perfect way that we had until today. This is the best thing that we got until now. Okay, so there's nothing to improve here really. It's a really good design. What do you want to improve on it? So it's just very good. And the Contact Revo just copied it, but on a Vol's housing. So it's similar to what you have on Vol, as you can see here. So they didn't want to go with a completely new housing, so they just went with this, but it has a similar structure to Vol, but exactly as you can see here on VGR V-137, exactly. You see, there's a metal part here that you can force the cam follower to move in the perfect straight line, and you have the exact same thing here, a very smooth metal part that won't damage your cam follower. As you can see, the cam follower even is the exact same thing. So the eye clipper just saw this design and they were like, okay, new housing, and we will just, you see, it's a key blade order part, exactly as just like you have on Vol here. Okay, so this is the exact same structure. So the structure of the mechanism is same, but instead of this, that the cam follower just goes in it like this, that gets worn out after 1 year and you should change it. The spring, the cam follower, and this key blade oil part, they were like, okay, we use this metal part and all of our problems will get solved, and it just runs pretty smooth. it has a less noise in compared to wool, and it's just a very well designed clipper and just good to go. So this is how they solve it on clipper. So before these two we had a lot of problems. So one Chinese manufacturer went to solve this problem, the problem that we had on Babyliss. So the way they solve it is pretty risky. So I got this sample 4 months ago, and I told the importer that wanted to import this to Iran, I told him that it's a very risky mechanism. Don't work on it. There's a lot of other things that you can work on. This is a little bit risky. So the way it works is, so there's nothing between the static blade and the dynamic blade. As you can see here, nothing between the blades. So what they did was they were like, okay, you just go with the Babyliss strategy. So let me show you. So you saw how the mechanism of the Babyliss works, right? Everything gets attached to the spring. So let me show you this again. They were like, okay, the exact strategy that Babyliss has, and they can follow just run for a long time. So we just we'll copy it. So there you go. So you have the spring here, no key blade or part, just the cam folder gets attached to these two springs, and it just runs on top of that spring, and it just runs well. It usually runs longer than the valve's mechanism. Just nothing to get corroded here, nothing to get worn out here. So it just runs longer. So what they did was they used these two, I don't know what is the material for this, but it's just a very risky design. So they have this part here, see, and the dynamic blade is just connected to this. It's the exact movement that you see on Babyliss, the exact same movement. So it's the same strategy that you see on Babyliss clippers. So it's the same idea. So instead of these two spring that holds the dynamic blade, you have now these two part. So when this sample got here 3 to I don't know, 4 months ago, we were like, we don't know how much this will last. This is a very risky design. We don't know what we can't trust it. So we told the importer not to do it, but they did it again. They did it anyway, and just I think they ordered 4,000 of it, and they were like, let's just test it. Doesn't matter if it got failed. Well, we were like, okay. So I got one for the sample to show you in this video, and yeah, it's the exact same video, exact same idea. So you got it here. It just moves, and the dynamic just is got connected to these two. Okay, so it just I think 10,000. Yeah, is it 10,000? Where's the? I don't know where I put the. Oh, it's in the store. So it's around 10,000 RPM, and the dynamic will just got connected to this, and I don't know how much this will last. Well, we don't trust this design, and we told the importer that we can't recommend this to the barbers. It's just very risky. So this was a good one. They kind of solved the problem that we had on Babyliss, but these two again is much riskier than this design. Okay, it just you can trust this more. You're sure that at least it will work for 6 months. You really don't know how much this will work, and if you recommend it and it turn out bad, barbers will blame us for it. Then they'll never blame the importers. So yeah, so it's better even we go with this. At least you have trust in it. Okay, we just saw it in a lot of trimmers. Now you have it on Chinese trimmers, you have on AC trimmers, And yeah, this is the trimmer that was one step forward to solve the problem that we have on Babyliss. Okay, so as you saw the evolution, we got Babyliss. Well, wanted to fix it with a higher quality material. They succeed in it, and it just lasts much longer. Then GoPro got overheated, and then we got this. Okay, so let's just call it a step forward. Let's just call it okay. At least now we don't have this part. So now I was like, now why we don't have this design on a trimmer? Why no one is just working on it till now? And till we got these two. So we talked about evolution. We had, you saw, this is the perfect mechanism for clipper. For now, it's just really good. It's a near perfect mechanism. Revo just kind of copied it, or I don't know what you want to call it. Just went for the same structure but did it on a wall-like structure mechanism. And yeah, now we have these two trimmer that we were looking for. This is pretty interesting. There you go, gentlemen. So let me open up this and this one. So with this design, what we had JRL trimmer. The problem was, it was really good. That one will last long. That was a really good design, but you know, you like it, but you can't enjoy the design. Why? Because the design is just so exposed. But they just did it in a really good way. So you add this metal part here that the cam folder goes in it and moves in a perfect straight line with no problem. Now you have the same metal here, went through the cam folder, moves in a perfect straight line, and there you go. Nothing between the blades. Just got solved. There you go. Now you have the perfect mechanism, a near perfect mechanism, just like this. It's not perfect, just let's call it the near perfect mechanism. I'm pretty sure Chinese will come up with a better thing in coming years. Okay, so now you have a metal part here. The design is not exposed at all, just exactly just like you saw on JRL. See, you see nothing. And exact same idea, the metal part just goes through everything. Let's go. There you go. Give me a reason that you will get worn out. Just moves perfectly. There's just some space to improve it, okay? But it just, this is insanely good. Thank you, really. Thanks to Chinese to just improving the product every day. It was the major brands like Babyliss, I don't know, and this, they will go with this. They will go with this for 100 years. Now Chinese do this and just improving every day, and there you go. You can just sit and enjoy the design for hours. It's just, there you go. When if the metal part get hot, that will make some it will make some damages something we go, well, I don't think so. So, and we have a vector one here. It's just a vector clipper. Let me show you inside. It's not a good one. I have experience with these vector clippers, this type of vector clippers that I think iClipper manufactured them, and the failure rate of this trimmers was just high. I can't say it was low. It just, yeah, it's the exact same thing. I saw this on clippers, but using this on trimmer is just a very bad idea. It has an insane vibration on your hands, so it's not a good idea at all. I didn't open this up. I don't know if it's rotary or brushless, I don't know, but I was just too excited about you know, when you see this type of mechanism, the trimmer doesn't matter, because it's just it just here to show you the mechanism, the evolution. Is just the great idea that they came up with. Oh my god, they have one here, and okay, it's kind of logical. It's the company about that. Okay, it's rotary, but doesn't matter. Doesn't matter at all. We don't want to talk about the trimmers, but the blades. So the Chinese, this is interesting again. They just starting to use this Zirconia blade. See, instead of these metal blades, just the Zirconia blades give you a better cutting performance, won't get hot, and just the coating on the back of the static blade will last much longer, and everything. It's starting to use just good blades. They're just killing it. Yeah, that's it. It's a major step forward. It's just very interesting. See, everything now works on the metal part. It can't get better. When I saw the samples, I just went crazy. It's a very, you can't get better. A seal, it's a near perfect. It's a, you know, it's a default excellent idea. Okay, you can just work on it. There's nothing major thing that should change. This needs changes. Okay, they changed this to this, and this one doesn't need that much changes. It's just a very good design. That's it. That's what I wanted to talk about in this video. And yeah, first we had Babyliss. After 6 months, just get worn out. Well, fix it, higher quality material, and they went with this clipper. Where is it? Kinda a step forward. They remove the part between the static blade and the dynamic blade, and it's still risky. Actually, 2 brands imported this to Iran with a high number. I don't know, I think 3,000 to 4,000. Yeah, with a large number. We told them we won't work on it. We won't recommend it. We don't know. Let's just buy it sell it by yourself for 6 months, 9 months to see if it didn't got wrecked. Then maybe we'll talk about it. So we didn't work on it for now. Just connected to this tool. Let me show you the inside look. See, yes, get connected to this too. See, so this moves together. Yeah, then we got this, and we got this sample. Near perfect mechanism. So yeah, the same idea as you saw on VGR V-137. A really good clipper. The blaze gets hot. That's just becoming the blaze getting hot is just becoming the industrial standard. If something doesn't get hot, we are like, holy hell, it doesn't get hot, and we are now kind of okay with it, and we shouldn't be. So yeah, That was a really interesting mechanism and I want to share with you. Thanks for watching. I analyzed the video based on the dislikes or likes that you give on the videos, and I will be happy if you like it or dislike it based on your opinion, so let me know. If you wanted to say anything, your opinions, anything, just feel free to say it in the comments. Thanks for watching, see you next video.